he pointed down, the customer pointed down and said, "What do you see there?" And I thought it was a trick question. And he said, "Nobody, they just run." And that's the idea of us. We're trying to build a 25-year machine with reliable that doesn't take someone standing in front of it. Lights out means lights out, meaning unmanned. You can stable it unmanned as much as you could say lights out. I'm Billy with Matsuura USA. Matsuura has often been described as a boutique builder in the 5-axis world, primarily because of just by sheer volume. We don't produce anywhere near the number of units that maybe the competitors will in the same essence of time. Matsuura Japan, of course, our subsidiary here is Matsuura USA, a 90-year company with the last 30 years or so focused primarily on 5-axis palletization. So 5-axis machines with pallets. The industry as a whole is starting to embrace that more and more, but we're one of the only that has been doing it from the factory with factory-built automation attached to the machine as it loads, which obviously makes it more user-friendly. The reliability and the predictability and the quality of the machine is more important. Moving into the next generation of technology from a Matsuura standpoint is most recently the biggest advantage for us was we upgraded and integrated a brand new operating system. So on our control, the front end is a Matsuura-based control. Of course, we have FANUC on the back end, one of the most obviously widely known controls in the business, but we made it more user-friendly and increased the capabilities for the customer on the control side. And now secondly, one of the things we've done recently, we just launched our first 5-axis machine with turning. So we understand that the need for multitasking has obviously been around, but it's becoming more and more reliable, especially in industries like aerospace or space in general. So we've added turning to some of our 5-axis equipment. Lights out manufacturing from Matsuura. If you look at the name itself on one of our platforms is the MAM72 series. It stands for Matsuura Automated Manufacturing. And the 72 stands for number of hours in a weekend. We're trying to build equipment that you can hit cycle start on Friday and come in Monday morning to finished parts. Lights out meaning exactly that. We're running when there's not an operator standing in front of it. One of our shops that's added their 10th machine to the Matsuura, we had a customer visit. We went down and took some of our senior leadership, and the customer pointed down and said, "What do you see there?" And I thought it was a trick question. And he said, "Nobody. They just run." And that's the idea of us. We're trying to build a 25-year machine with reliable that doesn't take someone standing in front of it. Lights out means lights out, meaning unmanned. You can stable it unmanned as much as you could say lights out. I think we're behind it, meaning the US is behind, and we're a little hesitant to embrace some of the technology that's out there and already available. Be it a cost point. I think we get so focused on something that's called good enough in the US oftentimes. And I think if we did our homework and did our investments on the front end from a manufacturing perspective and maybe bought for the plans of growth and in the future, that they'd understand that good enough isn't often good enough. And we want to run obviously unmanned as much as humanly possible. Redundant tooling and pallets, but also a good probing system. I mean, understanding that I don't have to indicate in each part. I want to be able to, the probing system can talk to the controller, let them know where the part is. I'm just loading parts at a workstation rather than stopping the machine to load parts, probe it, find out where it is, and then of course continue manufacturing from there after the probing cycles. Oh, the importance of people. What I've learned is, I was exposed to it by going to Japan and being around our company and our culture in Japan and understanding exactly what it means to focus on the culture itself. We're a quality company and a Japanese quality company. You know, it takes as long as it takes. You know, how long does it take to finish that head to get it ready to mount on the machine? It takes as long as it takes. We're focused on quality. And then when we came over here to the US and I start thinking about how do we grow as an organization, we make great product, but it's the people. It's absolutely the people. It's the people we put in the right place, get them in the right seat of the bus, and with the right passion, and that's where I'd focus my time.